Hey guys, it's Fiona from Eventide Reads and I'm here with another book haul. It is a smaller book haul than quite a few of the previous months because I am now really cutting back on what I buy and what I request because I have so many books and I spend so much money on books, and I'm going to Tokyo soon and I would like some spending money for Tokyo, so sort of a semi-book ban situation going on, but we'll see what happens because I've actually been reading a lot this month. Hopefully my next video that will go up will either be a books I've read recently, manga and graphic novel wise, or a bit of a wrap up about everything else that I've read and everything else exciting that's going on. So hopefully that will be up soon as well. So excuse this if you see this outfit and variations of it because I'm bulk recording like nobody's business right now. So of course I did buy some manga this month. Manga is kind of what I'm spending most of my money on these days. First one is volume 2 of Anonymous Noise. I read volume 1 in May, really enjoyed it, so I'm very looking forward to the second volume. I also bought Please Tell Me, Galko-chan. This just looked really adorable. I love the colour illustrations. I think they're so pretty, just with the coloured line art. I'm very excited to get into that one at some point soon. I then bought the last volumes of A Silent Voice, and that's 5, 6 and 7. So it's 5, 6 and 7. So I finished this series. I will be doing a review of it very soon, so I will just mention here that I did enjoy it quite a lot. So I will talk more about that very soon. I also bought a few books this month. I actually bought 2 on recommendations from another bookseller that wasn't Kimmy, because usually accidentally we recommend books to each other. So the first book I bought was Ancillary Justice by Anne Leckie. This is award-winning, highly acclaimed, female-written science fiction, which I'm highly into at the moment, collecting more of, and just generally science fiction that interests me is what I want, so I've added this to the pile. I then bought The Secret Countess by Eva Ibbotson. I have read, what's her famous one? Journey to the River Sea. Completely gone from my brain there. This is one of her YA ones. Apparently they're published as adults books in other countries and stuff, but YA here. So I was recommended this by Claire, our fiction bookseller. She said they're fantastic, and I read the first page of this one and it immediately reminded me of Anastasia, if any of you are also old enough to remember that film. It was an amazing animated film and it just immediately gave me Anastasia vibes. So very excited to get to that. Claire also recommended The Rosie Project to me, which I have already devoured and absolutely adored, and is one of my favourite books this year by far. I'm going to do a separate review for this book as well, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you a bit more about why I liked it. Bit of light relief from YA for a bit because I'm getting to that stage where I need that more and more. And the last book I bought was in the new Sarah Dessin Once and For All, which is wedding themed. So yeah, that's fun. Now I don't have to worry about anything wedding related and I can just be like, oh, all you stressful people. Woe is not me anymore. No. And as usual, I was sent and I did request a few books this month. Although looking at my pile, technically they're all requested this month. Whoops. So I got the Summoner series by Taran Mathru. This is book 1 and book 2. I did haul book 3 recently in hardback because I got to meet him and I got it signed and I hadn't read them, so the very kind people at Hodder. 5 Get Bookish I think is their sort of children's area of publishing, if you get what I mean. Like, you can find them under that name in most places on social media. I got in contact with them and was like, hey, so I remember speaking to somebody whose name I can't remember because I hopped from so many people, who said they sent me book 1 and 2. And I think it was Catherine who responded going, oh, I think that was me! I'll send them! Have you read this? Have you read that? Very excited, and hopefully I'll be able to marathon the 3 of these very soon. I think there's a 4th book on the horizon. I'm not sure how many books there actually are. So I might hold off a little while. The fantastic people at Titan did not let me down and very kindly sent me Our Dark Duet by V. Schwab. V. Schwab is coming to visit my store in August, and I'm a very little bit excited. I'm very a lot excited, and I still have both The Savage Song and this and A Conjuring of Light to read. I'm really scared to finish, like, to read A Conjuring of Light. I don't want Kel's story to be over. But I intend to marathon this series and finish that one before she gets here in August. So fingers crossed, we'll see how that goes, and maybe I'll do a video about them, who knows. Our wonderful Simon & Schuster rep Nicola very kindly sent us these new sparkly, lovely, well not actually sparkly, but editions of They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book sounds absolutely fascinating, and both Kimmy and I were just like, we really want copies of this. This sounds so good. We basically sent Nicola a giant list of books we'd like, and she was like, yeah sure, whenever I get them I'll send them your way, and we're like, oh, yes. So Nicola is our new best friend. So thank you Simon & Schuster rep Nicola, we love you. This just sounds fantastic, and if you haven't heard of Adam Silvera, this is his second book to be published in the UK, but he has had several other books as well. He's worth checking out, he's very interesting, and I'm very excited to read this. This is dual point of view as well, so well up my street. And lastly, the amazing people at Harper Insider sent me The Forever Ship by Francesca Haig. This is the final book in the Fire Sermon trilogy. I believe it's the final book anyway. I have books 1 and 2, which I haven't read yet because I was waiting for the third one to come out, which I have now, but I have proofs of 1 and 2 and a hardback of the third. Woe is me. I'll live, really, I will live. But thank you so much to Harper Insider and HarperCollins for sending me all these books, because they've sent me all 3 of this series over the years, so very excited to read it. And I believe it's actually written by a bookseller as well, so it's always fascinating to read books written by other booksellers, because I'm like, one day that will also be me after I finish the 70 other projects that I have on the horizon. And that's it for a book haul. Like, that was a fairly reasonably sized book haul. Like, that was pretty good. Yeah. Thank you again to the publishers who have sent me books this month. I am actually on a roll with reading right now, and I've just started I Capture the Castle, which I've never read before, and I'm just reading purely for the sake of reading and enjoying it and not caring about what I should be reading or how fast I should be reading or anything, and I'm really enjoying it. And I think I've just read the right mix of books in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully may it long continue and may I have lots to talk about. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!